And feels like we got quite a stressful early game to our hands. Sock rushing over with the peasant, disrupting this engine of war creeping already. There's damage everywhere, and we don't even see a hero yet.
Yeah, this is very typical. Like Sock and Chimico on this map, they always throw in something a little different. They always try to be kind of out of the ordinary, you know. Sometimes with the mount taking first, we've seen Naga first, but yeah, trying to be aggressive towards the Ancient of War, it's a big commitment, and now it didn't really do much. I don't feel like Colorful lost a lot of resources, you know, or anything, like having to repair the Ancient of War, and the Ancient of War wasn't even really threatened, so not the best start. It feels like for Sock to commit to this and not be able to do really any damage.
Yeah, it felt like it was a quick response by Colorful here to stop this. Keeper is coming out now. Wonderful position for this archer and the lightning shield. Little repair necessary, so maybe in the end he had to maneuver like 3 wisps, so now he has to repair a little bit. Maybe it will be beneficial in tech timing.
Oh, that was so close.
Yeah, Footman came in, needs an entangle here, but that will result in an early kill as well, and this is what oftentimes happens on Amazonia.
This is actually really bad right now for Sock. Like, he lost that Footman doing absolutely nothing. That was extra XP for the Keeper, which is already level 2. And usually that can lead to a very fast level 3 here. Like, if you're Colorful here, you just want to keep on leveling that as soon as possible. Maybe even by the mercenaries. You have to worry about the human creeping his expo on this map, which is like usually the main dynamic. Like, does he do the pull with 1 less footman and as fast as usual? Colorful doesn't seem to care too much. He just wants to creep.
Not really, right? It is a fast and easy level 3 for Night Elf Seer, and that's the biggest strength. And I guess that's why he goes for the Keeper, even though he loves the Demon Hunter very, very much. It's not the perfect solution. And how do you interfere that as the human? You really, really don't. You focus on yourself and you focus on the Rock Golem creep. Sock with an expansion play on a very small map.
And both of them finding quite a few damage items here. Look at the Keeper. Glova faced, Mental, Circlet. He's got +5 and some good agility. The Archmage, Claws +5, Slippers of Agility, and the big Invuln as well. And yeah, it looks like an expansion build here from Sock on this map. No surprise.
Exactly. So, more archers first. Tech has started. And the Keeper trying to rise up to level 3 to unlock the full potential, well, almost full potential of the Keeper's Entangled. Sock going into the aggressive, disrupting the Murloc creep and preventing level 3 with that. Good timing.
Yeah, the Keeper's not being 3 yet is a big problem here. Sock might be able to fully prevent it for at least a long time, especially because of the deny potential that he has. So of course there's going to be an entangle now. Can he get the deny? Oh, he wasn't trying. That's a big mistake. Because now we got a Keeper 3 and all of those footmen are going to die.
Yeah,
There's a farm at the lab though.
Nature's meat grinder is level 2 entangle, really. He's just storming into this base, not too sure. I mean, he's depleting the moon juice. Reveal now might be a 1-for-1 trade. Nope, just more moon juice. And Footman, 1 down, 2 down. This is a triple kill right here. Ouch.
Yeah, that's a lot of sacrifice footmen here, but the counter-attack potential is not that massive because Keeper is not full hit points. He actually... Oh, he forgot to drop the mantle. He forgot to pick up the circlet. Okay, Colorful. Wake up, dude. That cannot be happening. Does he get maybe Naga and then try and push? He went for a Hunter Soul, so it's not like he's going for this Mass Archer style.
Yeah, could be a Bear Rush. Does he have the resources for it? Oh yeah, looking pretty good. Another reveal being used that is starting to get expensive. But if you have an expansion, of course it works. So we have pretty much no army left for Sock. Can't really do anything. That deny worked finally. But yeah, what can he do except stall time in the middle?
Sock is getting a second barracks, so he's just gonna literally spam footmen. He should definitely start his stack pretty soon. He's gonna be able to get defend and maybe more footmen at the same time. And he's already killed, I think, what was it, 1 archer, or has he killed 0? Because He's definitely forced a lot of Moonwells to be used, and he just wants to keep Colorful back at home while he techs and gets everything he needs going further into the game.
And Colorful is, I guess, doing the bear rush here. Tier 3, double lore, and then with all the roar and reju in the world, go for this base?
Yeah, without defend here, it's not so easy to fight against archers comfortably. I expect a Naga second. He goes Panda, so that means he just wants to creep. And just go into like a standard game with bears, maybe into fairy dragons later on. Yeah, the plan might just be to expand here pretty soon as well. Usually, when you take to tier 3 this quick, you shouldn't be expanding now as the Night Elf. You just want to get bears, 50 supply, and then you can start to expand.
Good little snipe by Sock, but it was only the shop. Oh, that was a free footman. Maybe a little misrallied. Free experience on the Panda, of course, as well. And another footman down. No denies at all. And he's not really doing too much damage. The only thing he does is like preventing the shop. And the most important thing is, I guess, to keep the Panda from leveling.
Yeah, canceling the shop is a big deal here, because as we can see, there's no more mana left on that Keeper. And you'd really want to have like double clarity here. This Archer, ooh, Water Elemental expires just before he could get the kill. Big pressure from Sock. He's even gonna use the invul.
Not really retreating now. Feels like damage has been done. Man, there's little red dots everywhere. All the hurt footmen. This time we did a way better job in saving most of them. Even the one at the former Kobold camp gets away for now. Needs a region scroll ASAP.
Yeah, this bought a lot of time here where the expansion still has not been crept here by Colorful. He finally gets that footman on the right hand side. So he got half a level from this. Another big deny here by Sock. Super well done to make sure the Keeper does not keep on getting experience from this footman. And behind this, what is going to be shown? He's only... Wow, he's okay. He's adding defend now. It feels like it's super late. We have one Sanctum. You might just go mass rifles and casters and then just try and creep. Get a lot of army and then attack.
Yeah, that makes sense indeed. 70 supply army. You get it up rather quickly. Cancelled the Mountain King, goes for a Naga of himself now. Despite all the losses, Sock still has a decent amount of footmen, which is great against buildings, so bye-bye Engine of War, and that Panda is still trapped on level 1.
He's playing so aggressive, he's just not giving any room to Colorful to do anything. Yeah, finally having Orb. It's gonna be pretty helpful. Panda, Breath of Fire level 1, no Drunken Haze. Bit of a struggle in this game for him. And yeah, second Sanctum on the way as well. So just mass tier 2 here for the human player coming up.
Locks the surround in. Can he just kill him despite the rejuvenation? There is no staff. Can he get one? Oh, doesn't seem like it. TP transferred. Uses it now. That was used as a little bit of a bait. Kills 2 footmen, 3 footmen, I think. But the TP is gone and the Panda can still not level. I wonder, was there no time to run to the shop, get a staff, and get the Panda out that way?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, this shop was being attacked so often, maybe he forgot that he was like this close now in this situation. Yeah, losing Town Hall is kind of annoying, but you don't really expect him to be, you know, attacking inside of the human base and then tearing the wall or something. So it's not the end of the world that he lost that. The problem is that he didn't really kill much for the use of that Town Portal, so it was totally worth it for Sock to actually get that. And now Sock easily can creep the merchant, start buying scrolls, and then when he finally is gonna attack, I just don't know how Colorful is supposed to hold.
Okay, maybe he can attack earlier to that, but he's stuck at 50. Not building Moonwells yet. Panda's level 3 finally. Scroll of the Beast, unthankful item. Keeper is trying to buy some space with Entangle. 2 units hurt again, but the priests are doing a wonderful job so far. Keeper has to go back in. That's 1 kill. And... oh, another one. Has to go for the TP, or feels he has to go for the TP. Naga escapes with it.
Yeah, Colorful forcing a really nice Town Portal here. He probably should be selling the Scroll of the Beast. And then maybe go back to the top left and creep a little more. Like start building a bank so that you can break up, try and keep up with the human experience-wise. Definitely needs an extra Moonwell. Now he finally starts that in the main base. He might just go for the aggression. He grabs the Town Pole first, so he has a bit of an exit strategy here. But he needs a really good fight here, and the Panda level 3 is kind of here for that. He has double staff available, I guess.
Looking good so far, exactly. Telestaff, heal scroll as well. Colorful feels he has to do damage now. There's no expansion coming up for him at all. Wants to use the power spike of the level 3 Panda, but Sock is just defending this beautifully.
Ooh, the Panda. Wellspring just finished. But he already used staff on something else than the Panda, so he can't staff the Panda back home. Maybe that was the mistake. Especially because I think he was an archer, which is now coming back without even having healed, because there was no Moonwell.
Breaker falls, one bear down as well. Second bear seemingly melting against these rifles. Damage looks really good by them. Long range upgrades also finished. Slow, not really kicking in here. Colorful has to retreat, he's still at 50, but 2 bears will be replenished. And Sock, I feel like his rise to 70 to 80 supply is just a matter of time.
Yeah, I mean, he's only on 56 now. Oh, he loses his sorceress on creeps. Wow. That was his only sorceress here against bears. That is really bad. He definitely should be creeping to reach that more comfortably, because he's going to get gold out of it. Yeah, now Colorful is just healing back home.
Man.
He's got 50 supply himself.
Sock was so convinced that there's an expansion. Moved to the gold mine, checking, okay, nothing here, then nothing to worry about. 2 base versus 1 base. You might be up attack, but I can fight this with Breakers Casters rifles, no problem. Would love to have a level 3 Naga. We'll get it here, I think. Level 2 Fork Lightning, of course, excellent. Level 2 Brilliance Aura as well. But Colorful doesn't want to allow this. Reju on the Panda, Drunken Haste, Breath of Fire. Nice combo right here, but does he have enough to defeat Sock here?
Let's see, he's moving in. Archers need to be put on casters, ideally, because they do piercing damage. They would take them out very fast. The Naga taking a lot of damage. Whoa! Panda gets her out of there very quickly, and Sock, I don't think he's doing too hot here in this fight. Might need to pull back. Panda pretty much out of mana. He's going to use the double staff to try and come back, because there is Wellspring. Panda can come back with full mana in a second here.
Solo experience on the Keeper, level 5 for him, and the Panda is filled to the brim with new Drunken Haze and new Breath of Fire. Colorful smashing this fight. Sock calls for the GG, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is game 1.
Very strange ending to this game. There was no counter expansion up for Colorful for a long time, and then Sock just gets caught out in the middle of the map. He didn't have to fight there. He could have just fallen back, but bad fight by him. Only 1 heal scroll. He used that too late to save the hero. He should have had 2 ideally. Maybe it was on cooldown. Strange game. It looked so good for Sock for such a long time, and then suddenly he just taps out. Interesting.
Yeah, maybe a little overconfident there, but Colorful using the timings that Sock gave to him. And that is, of course, one of the best Night Elf maps out. Maybe not the worst thing in the world for Sock losing this map, but not the greatest start for sure. Decision making a little off, control a little off, losing 1 Sork, 2 creeps, so there's certainly room for improvement. Our next map is Tidehunters, and we head over after a little break. Back at the DreamHack Summer Open with map number 2 between Sock and Colorful. And seems like Colorful just got Sock's number. The past 4 encounters went to the Chinese Night Elf, and Sock after map 1 already struggling.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Was that... I mean, I'm not a human player, but Todd, didn't that feel a little bit off? He runs north, sees there's no expo there, he runs back, and then takes a really bad fight, and then he just taps out. Was that game over? I mean, what's the mindset here of Sock? What do you think?
I think it was over because Naga doesn't scale well later into the game. It's just, when you see the whole map, it might seem silly for him to move out with like 60 supply, you know? Like, it just feels like if you would go to the bottom right-hand side of the map, creep a little more, get to 70, get to 80, he'd have a much... kind of psyched himself, and he convinced himself that there was a second base, but there wasn't. And then when you're already there, you've already wasted so much time crossing the map and going there trying to counter something that was never there in the first place. So maybe a revelation, or a militia sent there would have told him there was no expo and he could have done better.
All right, then Colorful once again looking good. Nothing spectacular. This is just his playstyle, I think. Nothing out of the ordinary. Standard, but Standard played really, really, really well. Sock needs to step up his game. That is his task right now, and that is his first map now. On Tidehunter, seems to be a fan of the new maps. Picks them both in this, and if you remember to last Sunday, 6 days ago, Moon versus Fortitude was one of the best games all year. This very matchup, this very map. So, boys, recreate this magic. I wouldn't mind. We head over to map 2. And arrived we have in the upper left hand side for the Afrika Freaks is Sock down 1 map, and in the bottom right for the Lao Pao Esports Club is Colorful without an altar.
Yeah, he's opening up most likely Beastmaster here, should be. And Ancient of War towards the stronger orange camp here that's near your base. So on this map, very common to go for Beastmaster, you know, gives you good map control. It's good defensively if you wanted to expand, which you should be at some points. And then you can also be very aggressive later on with the summons. It also can help your second hero level up eventually. And yeah, the Panda has been very popular as a second hero. We saw it in action last game, doing actually a lot with the double staff that Colorful had. And Sock, he played very aggressive, and at first I thought he was doing decent with it, but then eventually, with the good defense of Colorful, he managed to get good enough holds that he started being ahead.
You can't really afford to donate 7 to 8 footmen into the keeper. That gives him a jump start. He was level 5 at the end of that game. Archmage was nowhere close to that. Alta finishes. He has to make his way over to the Tavern. That's exactly what he does. So is he gonna play the Beastmaster aggressively? Is he gonna play a Panda? Maybe. Oh my! He actually is.
Maybe Colorful is on the gym Discord after all, because there's been a lot of talks there about Panda first. It can be a dangerous build. Usually against the Panda, you want to play pretty aggressive. Don't let him level too much. Obviously, your second hero choice is going to vary as well. Like, you can go for Blood Mage or Alchemist second. And I do think that Sock will want to expand regardless. He's fighting the Murlocs with just peasants in peasant form at the expo right now. Finally gets to clear camp, and having found a clause +5 here is going to be quite amazing for him. But Panda will pretty much enter the game on level 2 here in a second.
All right, Archmage very aggressive again, going for some wisps. Forces the first detonate. The second one will be saved, I guess. Breath of Fire coming in, but it's only level 1.
You got a ring for extra tankiness. And Colorful knows about the expo because he had a wisp scouting there, and then he saw that the peasants were creeping that camp. But now that's where it's going to be hard for him to do anything here, because Sock is just supposed to stay around, You don't have to fight here if you're the human player. You just stay near the panda. You don't let him creep while you have your expo coming up. And you know you're ahead if you can do that properly without throwing away a lot of units.
Yeah, exactly. He did a wonderful job at that already in game 1, I think. The panda only gained traction pretty late in the mid game. So if you can't get to level 3, then you're in a world of trouble. There's no second engine of war. I kind of wonder how he wants to creep now. Sock keeping tabs on him, moves to the shop, gets the dust against archers. And yeah, there's a little bit of breath of fire and you threaten the footman a little bit, but the panda is nowhere near your expansion. Neither is there a big push coming. It's just attack, quote unquote. And Sock should feel comfortable with it.
Yeah, Pena sells Cloak of Shadows, gets boots. But by the time he reaches the expansion, the towers will almost be done. And it's very hard on this map now for Colorful to creep effectively with just the archers. Like, I don't think he can do that camp here. That's right under where the archers are right now. He's trying to get some footman snipe. Careful not to be get trapped. He's fast enough not to.
He just got 2 footmen with pretty much nothing. That is not too great. Oh, trading hits now. Colorful? Ooh. Okay, with
because he has Drunken Brawler, so he can crit.
Player's forces are under attack.
Not too sure.
Yeah, Colorful's actually doing the orange camp with just archers there. That might be... Is that his level? No way.
Looks like it. Is it? 40? Yeah, should be. Boom. Pretty much on the dot. Very well thought out by Colorful. I like it. Hunter Saw might be a tiny bit late, but that's excusable. So, how far?
I really wonder what second hero we're gonna see for Sock. Usually if you go panda like this, unless somebody's playing very aggressive, in which case you might grab a Naga, you'll just stay on single panda for a very long time.
How about Blood Mage?
Yeah, I mean, you can use Siphon, but there is also anti-magic potions, there is invuln, there's a whole bunch of stuff, and then you can pull back as well. So while you can try and take away a lot of the mana of the opponent, you know, it still has access to mana potion to replenish that, and then you kind of like healing. Even if there is just like 3 breath of fire in the fight, they might be really key in doing a lot of damage. So usually Alchemist will be more popular, but yeah, I guess Blood Mage will be the second option after this.
We'll see in a bit. Tier 2 is at 50%. Economy looking good. Sock again losing 1 or 2 footmen here. So he's feeding the panda a little. He's now level 3 as well. He's going for the... Oh, lap. Okay. Big mischance here. On the high ground.
That panda's a tanky boy, especially with the ring. 4+4 armor right now. And he made so many archers that there's a lot of firepower, but Sock still being very aggressive. It seems like it's just his style against Night Elf nowadays, like what we saw last game. He's playing extremely aggressive the whole time, trying to get cancelled on lores. He will get one of them cancelled.
Okay, that is production cut in half for now. Needs a little rebuild. Panda's already 3.5 now. That worries me a little for Sock. There's not too much progress when it comes to units, but tier 3 is cute. It's at 30%. 1 lore is up, so he's gonna get Dryads and Dispel. And he rebuilt the second lore already, so it's okay, I guess. Oh, interesting creep by Colorful.
One of these archers up to go help out, you fools. Get up there.
Ah, it's fine, the Shredder.
Sylvie Mask.
That's a smart panda. Archmage is still quite far away from level 3.
I wonder if we could see maybe a third Sanctum here from Sock. I mean, he's facing a panda. Why not go Mass Breakers? But for now, he's just going to be on 1 barracks, double Sanctum. There's already the Ancient of War in position in the bottom left. Footman tries to get the pull on those turtles, and he will get it. The Ancient of War gets engaged into.
Not bad. Okay, that might slow down creeping a little bit while we have the first rifleman, and Sock feels a little more comfortable now in the middle of the map. Archmage very close to 3. 1 Wisp would get him that. Footman will die for his sins, but I feel like that's fine. And Colorful looks like he's just playing the panda solo.
Yeah. He's trying to rush to level 5. but the Bears are quite delayed. And on the other side, I mean, as much as last time Sock struggled to get big supply, you know, he was like at the highest, he got like around 60-ish. This game, I'm not too worried for him because I look at his bank and the way he's creeping right now. He's easily going to be able to go into 70 or 80 supply here before they fight.
Yeah, this looks better for Sock, I agree. Counter expansion now by Colorful. This is something we haven't seen on map 1, where the one push or fight just decided everything. This one will be a little different, I guess. More rifles, soon to be more casters. Was a little worried for a second when he was at 51 supply, but not the case anymore. And Bears are coming. Master upgrade is cute.
He sold the one on mana stealing. Interesting. Just wanted a bit of extra gold. Anti-magic potion is going to be pretty much useless. I guess maybe he can just dispel slow if it was to be casted on the panda. But yeah, there is no siphon. So there's really nothing he needs to dodge here, like a siphon or a bolt. And level 5 is very, very close here. He's missing 3 experience to get that. He's going to move forward. There is Abolish. He can get the water elemental.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's level 5.
Oh, and he gets level 5.
This is so big. I guess we're in for a Korean barbecue right now.
I wish.
Well, just wait a second. Okay.
Alchemy is very close to level 3, so that's... If you can get Healing Spray level 2, that's one of the best ways to try and negate this Breath of Fire. I guess the anti-magic was also, yeah, to dodge the shots from these arcane towers here. He can't stay too long though. It doesn't last that long to the point where you should stick around and lose your entire mana pool, but he will have that happen here.
Gets a sweet, sweet quad kill on the workers. Now his entire mana is gone, but with Zombie Mask and Moonwells, this should be fine. What's happening in the south? The tree got cancelled, so no expansion for Colorful anymore.
He needs to start that Panda sometime very soon here, because there's already no Moonwells. Oh, he's forced to use more of this. Colorful, you need to defend.
Ooh.
Panda is 5.5, but he would have to kill so many units before he got 6. One Dryad will die, and finally there's the staff. But he needs so much mana. Maybe you just buy like Clarity plus mana potion, use one immediately.
Okay, here's the mana potion, Breath of Fire level 3, but healed against it, so he needs more of this. The breakers are burning the mana though. Needs a couple of more shots. Another mana potion. This is so much gold without an expansion to back it up, and now health is the problem as well, as he's just chasing this level 5 panda. And one lore down, the shop down. What's Colorful doing?
Yeah, he's trying to go around with his army. He's trying to buy time. The Shredder probably needs to come and fight as well to help out here. For him to have a chance to hold, but Panda 6 might be the only hope there, but Sock 61 supply, plus 1 attack rifles. He's actually going to Castle, plus Workshop.
He feels super comfortable right now. And the Bears can't really find a connection. There's Sorks, there's rifles. This is very well executed by Sock this time, and this Panda may be a little too ambitious. Everything out of position there for a second. Here we go. Acid Bomb, Focus Fire on that Panda. Can he reach level 6? I think that is the last chance he got.
Ooh, Panda taking a lot of damage here. Wellspring already completed. There's not very much Moon Juice here available. The Shredder still mining for some reason. He has so much lumber. Definitely needs to use that for the fighting.
Ouch. That's just game, isn't it? Town portal home, but there's not much juice around. Trying to rebuild something dangerous. There's still no shop waiting for it. And he's stuck at 30 supply.
Yeah. Panda with very little hit points to work with here, trying to replenish. He does have decent mana. That Sobi Mask never really got to a point where he was going to be helping a lot here, sadly, for Colorful. He's trying to remake a Moonwell. Big damage, actually. Oh, he went Drunken Haze level 1.
Okay. Interesting. And he's super close to 6, but he needs to kill something. Like right now. But he doesn't. It's GG. And Sock ties it up.
Banking everything on that Panda ult in the end didn't quite get there. Solo Panda, it's cool. It's fun. If you can roast all the peasants and kill that expo over and over on ladder, it's a very satisfying game. But on the top level, it just doesn't work out. Panda, solo, not that good. Alchemist counters him really hard. The fast expanding human should always have the goal to get to heal scrolls. I'm not sold. I think this is just a bad strategy, but Colorful tried it. All right. Kudos to him. But yeah, Panda first, I don't think that's the way.
Remo's getting angry already with because his boy is playing an off-meta strat for once. Jim Discord proven wrong for now. At least both players are winning their first pick maps. And if that trend continues, we'll see on Concealed Hill, which is next. Back at DreamHack, where Sock was able to win the first map against Colorful in more than 2 months. Is that the turnaround, Dreamo? Is Sock turning this ship?
Yeah, he certainly looked good there on that map. I think Colorful made it a little bit easy for him with the Panda first choice. That is going to be... This is a tough map. If the Keeper shows up early, the Wisps come in for the Dead Knight, the fast expansion is going to be endangered. But is it going to have to be fast expansion, or might Sock play a one-base tech here?
Good question. We go to Concealed Hill. That is our third map. The winner of this claims match points and is one step closer to the semifinal where Moon and 1-0 are already waiting. So tough competition. But these guys cemented themselves as top prospects in the Asian scene. 1-1 is the score at the moment. We move on to map number 3, as we said, Concealed Hill. There it is. Remo wasn't convinced that the Panda first is a good strat, and it looks like we go back to Keeper, Todd.
Yeah, and on this map, it makes a lot of sense to go for that. Not everybody feels as confident as those European Night Elves do with the Warden. Just standards to go, I think, for Keeper. And honestly, that first game, it was all right. I think he looked pretty good with it, with the Keeper. Just, you know, Panda's second, don't need to do anything fancy, even though he was under a lot of pressure. He kind of held thanks to Entangle. I think it's good to just move on, you know, from that Panda strat. It's like a one-off, you know, you try it out and then you get reminded why it doesn't get used very often because it's not the most effective. And Sok countered that beautifully, by the way, last game.
Yeah, maybe Colorful also not the biggest fan of the new maps. I think in the group stage we saw him veto the maps a lot. Here in the best of 5, of course, not possible to veto both of them. So we see both of them actually, as he doesn't want to play Northern Isles. Keeper, it is back to what worked in the first place. And that looked really, really good. On the other side, stick to your guns for Sok as well. Archmage first, but yeah, the question is Expo or one base, as Remo was asking already.
Yeah, I'm not sure actually what Sok likes to do these days. I would have to guess probably an expansion. Seems more standard from him. Actually went for a big wall here. The altar outwards or downwards as well to be able to creep down there quickly. If you're Colorful, you know about that dynamic. The question is, you know, how ready do you get for this in terms of wisps? But you're always going to want to move towards that expansion here with the Keeper and start creeping the Murloc camp as well for a bit of extra experience, which he's doing now.
Okay. Got a Wisp in the upper left-hand side, so he will probably know if there's an expansion or not. And at the moment we're on 3 farms, if we see this correctly, but the Militia train is coming. How many is there? 6? It's not too many, actually. He's pulling the camp.
Yeah, this is something that on certain camps people have started doing, but on this, he engaged it during the day, so everything's gonna get poisoned. Colorful so patient with the Wisp and detonates, and he goes for it. And when the water is out of there, that's big null overseer does so much damage. So that Archmage actually taking a bunch of damage himself.
Player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, Keeper's right here for continuous harass, so he has to give up that camp. Lumber kinda low, resources in general kinda low. It's not the greatest early for Sok, I think. The camp is still up. No tech, no expo.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna go again for the expo. Usually you want to swap out the injured peasants into the gold mine and then send a lot of high 8 points one to the expansion, and then you still creep that expansion and then take it. But now it's been super delayed. We saw how Colorful did in game 1 with, you know, in a situation where it looked like he was under a lot of pressure and humans set up expo easily. Now that the expansion is going to be a bit more of a struggle to set up, it's looking a little bit tricky right now for Sok. But he should get the experience from the Lord Overseer. A steal here would be insane. Doesn't happen.
Doesn't happen, but how many kills can Colorful get? One peasant is down, the second one very hurt. There's still a little bit of mana. New treants come in to prevent these units from saving themselves to the side. Oh, one peasant nicely moved into the mine, but this is gonna be another double kill. Ay, this is expensive.
Keeper needs to move back. Trying to target one of those footmen. Denies there just on time here from Sok. Super well done. He's 2.9 himself. Keeper probably needs to buy staff and staff home there, so he doesn't have to run all the way out there. But he's running home.
That will take a lot of time. He does have the resources for it.
You see Crystal Ball in the bottom right? He's checking where usually there will be a tree if Night Elf wants to expand. So he sees no counter expo attempt just yet. That should tell him that there's either Mass Archer headed his way or lore tech, standard lore tech, which is what happened in game 1. So you should probably expect that a little more.
Yeah, especially by Colorful. He loves bears so much. There's really... I don't see a game in the series where he's not going for bears anymore. So the expo finally done. Is this timing still okay on this map, or is it too late already?
A player's forces are
I'm not
under
sure right now. Like, this has been a little weird. Usually I feel like Night Elves commit more towards the aggression than what Colorful did here. It felt like, what was it, like just one wisp?
Mm-hmm.
Which
an
didn't
arch.
do a ton.
Yeah.
But he delayed the expo quite a bit. Mostly because Sok played very conservative. He went all the way back home, slowly swapped out the peasants and into the gold mine.
And Sok again is going into the Night Elf base, checks out, hey, how far are your buildings? I'm here to cancel them again. But that did work on map 1 and map 2. Not here. On the other side, Panda second gets a dust for free. Shot down as the tree and harass continues. So
Yeah,
the
Keeper got 3 from pulling back. Like he just had the Archer and Tree and scripting down there, and Keeper actually getting 3 is a big deal here because it's going to be super annoying with the harassment now.
That's exactly what's happening. But Sok has the Footman here, has an Arcane up, so this is salvageable, I think. He keeps the Panda from creeping yet again. And he's draining more and more Moon Juice.
Yeah, Sok is so aggressive. Once he has Expo up, whether he's level 2 or 3, he just keeps on attacking, keeps on being annoying, and kind of making the Night Elf's life difficult. He's not letting him level, he's not letting him Expo. And I'm curious if seeing only an Arcane Tower on the Expo, perhaps Colorful might go for something a bit more aggressive here with just 50 supply bears and then attack into the Expo and try and break it.
At the moment, he needs to wait a little more for tier 3. Just 40%, I guess. Dryads will have to do the job for now. Walk the Ancient. Oh, I think Sok woke up the creeps and pushed it towards the Ancient. That's not too bad.
Yeah, if you're Colorful here, you want to rush to get that Panda level 3, and then you can start fighting a lot more. This is really what we saw in game 1. And because he already has Staff of Teleportation as well on the Keeper, he can transfer that eventually on the Panda and synergize that with the Staff of Preservation. But yeah, that Ancient of War probably could have been repaired here, actually. I'm a little bit surprised he never brought any Wisps.
That slows the Panda down by quite a bit, I think. Of course, he gets a couple of Footmen and Water Elemental, but this is another investment of Moon Juice if he wants to creep it now. In the north, in the meantime, the Keeper has done some damage. Right into the arms of the Archmage. But he's cleaning this now. Economy still looks good. Decent save on that peasant with 14.
I don't know why he gets defend now. It seems kind of useless. Like, it's so late in the game. If you're gonna research defense just before the Panda is level 3, and you know there's bears on the way, it's probably not a very good time to get defend. Feels like you should just skip that entirely. But yeah, with Bloodmage second here, you still have a, like we saw from Hawk, you know, you have a lot of potential for fighting really well. You can drain mana, you can give it to your Archmage, you have a lot of water elementals. But then he's gonna like healing this time around. Like no healing spray is gonna be there. And I would have expected Colorful to creep center and then start pressuring and then maybe expand a little bit behind, but looks like he wants to be aggressive before that. That's level 3 Panda, this water elemental.
Ooh, can't prevent that anymore. Okay. Time to grill some workers again and some footmen. Mage joins the fray, kills the Magi before, but he can still... Oh, nope, not siphon at this High Priest anymore. Anyway. Tome of Retraining goes into Blizzard super fast.
Yeah, he knows about bears headed his way, so I think he wants to... I mean, it's mostly bears and archers. There's just the 2 dryads. He wants to try and get those out of there, but If you're Sock here, you just want sorceresses as soon as possible. He queued a breaker for some reason.
Try to get
Maybe he
rid
wants
of
to try and
rejuve.
steal one of those rejuve, but
Yeah. It's gonna be a lot of redo though, and there's not much to work with. It's a little reminiscent of old school human versus undead when you hide the Archmage behind all the buildings and trying to just get him out of your face until your tech is ready. Breath of Fire once more, and mana is depleted pretty much right away, but more and more Treants and Sock, I guess. It's not taking care of the peasants too much anymore. Heal potion used, Breath of Fire, Blood Mage dead.
yeah, that greater mana is really big here, because now Colorful can just sit outside the range of those arcane towers. I think he should dive. Goes for one more Breath of Fire. Tower's kind of running low. He fought the human player just before there was an upkeep break, and before... Look at all those units in the main base. Sok misrallied that. That should have been headed straight for his hero to try and help reinforce.
Oh, that's 5 units. Ouch. That is 2 rejuves that could be stolen. Damage, slow, healing. That hurts. Blood Mage only level 1, okay, but it's extra experience and colorful again. Knocking at Sock's door, knowing of course that there is no backup expansion for the Night Elf. He's trying to break the Blacksmith to prevent rifles, but is that enough? I'm not too sure. Breath
I think
of
he's just trying
Fire.
to force a fight. He's trying to force a fight out of the human. It's gonna work.
Get some reinforcements. AoE is big. Keeper is back as well with an orb, man. It's just mass murder on the economy.
Yeah, Sok really struggling to hold on here. Militia coming in. Blood Mage really low. He's almost level 2 here. Archmage doesn't really have much mana. Friendly fire on those peasants. You're gonna want to be careful here with this.
Colorful needs a little bit of redo. He's running dry. There's no mana potion anymore. Staffs are on cooldown. This expo, 2 workers now only. But it is time to heal, to regen mana, and to get at least up to 50. Okay, he is at 50.
Yeah, whenever something's running really low on hit points, he can just pull it back, send it to the fountain, or even just staff it. Yeah, colorful. So he shouldn't be losing much units, and that's why he's doing totally fine supply-wise. 48 supply. He's waiting for Wellspring. Look at this. The Panda waiting the whole time. And as soon as he has that, he can start clicking on Moonwells, replenish full mana. Keeper getting caught. He might have to Town Portal. That's very nicely done here from Sok to be able to force that. Sok, he went into 52 supply. Why? Why?
Well, he has an expansion. He can't support it. For now, I guess he just needs more workers, or he feels like he needs more workers. Power build on the farms as well. Now he can go up. Control magic coming. And in this game, that is a very, very wise choice because we've seen Treants literally everywhere.
Archmage gets 4. Claws plus 12. Kind of bad because, you know, he's going Blizzards. So he's not going to be healing the whole time. Yeah, that Blizzard is landing big time right now instead of all those bears. Panda moving in. And Tangle has been cancelling out Siphon whenever it starts, draining a lot of that mana on the Panda.
Pretty smart. But the bears, man, they are getting kind of wrecked. And now Flame Strike comes in. Just as Hawk did in Europe. Blizzard Flame Strike combo. So well done. So much damage.
And those bears are escape artists, I tell you that. Keep getting out of every fight with low hit points. He just rejuves everything.
It's nighttime. He could use the fountain. Heal up and push a little. Sock mismanaging the resource a little bit. Needs more lumber.
When you have a bunch of bears and a Panda level 3, you can always siege the expo like consistently as well, which I think is what Colorful might do next. Because he just does a lot of damage to the town hall, and also he has Breath of Fire to kill the peasants that would be then there and repairing the whole time.
Level 4 on the Panda. What's item? Boots of Kel'Thalas. Well, not the greatest. Big mana potion here. This is Endless Blizzard. Ancient of Wind.
Yep.
I guess there's some fairies coming.
Yeah, very important to add that. Really, really good seconds casters, which he knows there's plenty of out there. The Keeper was almost like a bait.
Okay, Sock stabilizing. 64 supply. Needs to overwhelm with mass. Oh, the critters are blocking the chicken and the frog, resulting in 2 kills.
Dude, what is going on? They're having a meeting in the
There's
middle
a
here?
meeting, yeah, man.
Is it breeding season or?
Dude,
Look at the frogs killing.
that's a little weird with the frog and the chicken. I don't know.
Yeah, this is really tricky for Sock now because it's not like he can go inside of his main and camp behind the wall and just sit there, because then if the Expo gets attacked, he's in trouble. And Colorful is so smart. He threatens around the main base. He's like, oh, you want to camp on your 2 bases? I'm going to go and creep the rest of the map. I'm going to get a Panda 5. You're going to regret ever expanding. Like, expanding is going to give you more units that I can incinerate with Breath of Fire.
Sounds pretty smart indeed. Can he get there? There's still a lot of experience here, but the Keeper is soaking that up as well. Can the Blood Mage find level 3? He's very close. 6 XP only. Double heal scroll as well.
Oh, he staffed. Did you see that? He staffed the Keeper at the last second before the Drake was gonna die, so the Keeper didn't get the experience.
Ooh, that's pretty sweet. And Scourge Bone Chimes for Bears is also pretty sweet.
Ay, ay, ay. About to be 1-1. On the other side, we got 1-1 breakers, 0-0 rifles.
A player's forces are under attack.
And a pure tier 2 army.
We see Sorcerer's Adept. Man, this next fight, it's gonna be brutal. The damage meter, if we had one, would be off the charts. And that is indeed level 5. 1 gyro is enough.
Oh, you went Flame Strike level 2. That has to be a mistake. Against a Panda, like, looking this scary, you need Siphon level 2, I think.
Or just more damage.
No. You're gonna see. I can tell you right now, no, that's not what you need.
A player's forces are under attack.
Trying to kill some Moonwells here. Archmage still busy. Dispel, but here is also the Fairy. Great damage since the most recent patch. We see it in the castles already. Flame Strike hitting these bears hard. Can they connect so that they heal? The Break is already in trouble. Needs to use a heal scroll. The Fairy position is so good. 2 different spots and it's still in the perfect place. Drunken Haste, Breath of Fire, AoE is everywhere. Blood Mage has to go for an Invul Potion.
Sok found some kills here before tipping out, but yeah, his army is kind of left really bruised behind this. He preserved 1 heal scroll, at least. Also still has the greater mana, but on the other side, yeah, Panda. We got anti-magic potion, potion of mana for him too. Those fairy dragons, they're very hard to counter. Like, you would need way more flame machines than this. He has only 1 rifle.
They're also pretty fast, cancelling some healing. Here's the Entangle, that's the follow-up, trying to dispel, but the priest pays for it. So instead of just 1 kill, results in double kill. We do have gyros now, that's kind of fine. Feels pretty incredible how Colorful is playing 1 base against 2 all the time. Blood Mage in trouble, there's no banish.
Yeah, Colorful with 68 supply against 70. He's done a pretty good job keeping up. That's because of how much he crapped. And the plan might just be to get Nature's Blessing here very soon and then expand in the center with his main tree. But then if he staffs, he would staff there too.
That's a problem indeed. We saw that with Foggy vs Happy in the Euro Grand Finals. Mountain Giants. He doesn't have upgrades, does he? Oh, he actually does. Mountain Giants could be a big problem for Sok.
Yeah, against the tier 2 army, it used to be what you needed. Even just 1 or 2 MG like would just kind of solve. Now that there is only 1 taunt, less so, but it still can be, it still can come in really handy if you can place that in the center of the army and taunt even just once.
Okay, Archmage is back with the army. The police is coming as well. Double heal scroll, triple heal scroll for Sok. Is that enough is the question, or will the Breath of Fire still be superior? A little bit of friendly fire once again. Level 5 Keeper of the Grove now finally. And the Hippo being staffed.
Yeah, both players being very patient here. It was Colorful that was trying to be aggressive and good defensive posture here for Sok. I think it's the right move to go to the fountain, but the bears are really struggling getting inside of an area where just Blizzard is not wrecking them all the time. think that's what Colorful really needs to improve. And again, Blizzard Flame Strike landing perfectly. Even the Mountain Giant is falling so fast right now.
Oh, there's so many misses thanks to the Drunken Haze. Oh my god. There was barely any damage after the Flame Strike and Blizzard. AoE for Sock is crazy, but he's with his back against the fountain. He's totally fine.
I mean, if he realizes that there is no expansion from Colorful, he might be totally fine just playing slow here. Take things slow. Wait until your main mine's out and then take the center, you know, and then you have double expo against just the one potentially or eventually from Colorful, which still hasn't been cleared, by the way, in the bottom right-hand side of the map.
True. Is tier 3 not an option anymore?
There's not enough gold left, technically. I mean, against this many Dryads, actually, now that you bring it up, I think it would be good if he could get frag shards.
Yeah.
But he has only 2 mortars, so it maybe feels like it's not worth it. But yeah, when I look at the Dryad counts, frag shards could be sick.
Also feels like an Alchemist would be good, but we'll see about that. Colorful again pushing forward with the Mountain Giant. Oh, the Breath of Fire was big. The Gyros countered the Hippos quite nicely, but that is free reign for the Fairy. The Archmage is in a world of trouble. TP out, but the Panda is still healthy. Can he throw another Breath to do the damage here? Reposition next to the shop. Oh boy, the Breath is so crazy in combo with the Entangle. Invo Potion. Man, this Archmage needs a lot to just stay alive.
He might have TP'd on the minimap or something. It's kind of weird that he town portaled under the town hall, but yeah, everything's gonna fall. Panda's almost level 6, and Colorful, when he plays just standard, looks very convincing so far in the series.
Wow, that was a long game where it was just 2 base, 1 base, and Sock could never get so far ahead.
It seemed like the problem was Sock was never able to get out on the map and creep heavily. This tier 2 style usually wins in the late game with really strong AM and Blood Mage, both on level 5, and then having crazy AoE. But here, he hardly could ever creep, didn't get the levels necessary, and Colorful, always having a thumb on the opponent, gets the next win.
2 maps now for him. Match points for Colorful. Might be the second Night Elf in the playoffs. Sock is fighting for survival. This would be the last human eliminated then. In 3 minutes, we maybe have a decision here on Autumn Leaves. DreamHack Summer Open continues. It is time for Colorful to enter the semifinal. If he wins this next map, he's in the top 4, where he would meet Moon and 1-0. Be facing an Orc, that's for sure. Sock, what's left in the tank?
Yeah, it seemed like on 2 bases it was looking decent for him, having that much income for such a long time, but the Panda in the late game just destroyed those gyros. Once 1 or 2 Breath of Fires connect, it seems like those gyros just get roasted so fast. Those, of course, being mechanical, don't heal from heal scrolls. Another option would be to play more rifles as anti-air. That's something that Hawk, for example, sometimes does. Hawk also plays that style really, really well. But yeah, Colorful looking good here. And Sock, his problems continue. This could be the 5th loss in a row to Colorful if this one was to go the opponent's way.
And it kind of feels like he has no real solution. He's trying to go for these lore cancels pretty much every single game so far. This has to work, otherwise it's a pretty big commitment. And yeah, especially now it has to work, otherwise he's just out. We move on to map number 4, Autumn Leaves. All right, we have arrived, and again we see an altar. Again, this indicates a keeper. What does Sock have to do now? Is it expansion, or what will we see here?
It just seems like it's his style right now. He really wants to expand. He wants to play with a big tier 2 army. Last game tried out with a Blood Mage. It didn't work out. But yeah, everything that he's done so far, nothing has really worked out other than when he faced the Panda first. So probably more of the same. Expansion, lots of tier 2. I would guess probably Blood Mage second. And on this map, it's a lot more straightforward as far as which creep route and camps you want to do. And then you're going to want to compete for the center usually pretty early. And Colorful's playing almost like odds in that he's not expanding at all. He's just playing one base Bear Dryad with Keeper Panda, which if by now, by now Sock is on full notice, there's definitely many things he can do to play better against it than he did previously.
A little bit of a silver lining for Sock so far. Every player has won their own maps, and Autumn Leaves is once again a Sock map. Yeah, expansion definitely possible, pretty easy to do here in the middle of the map. Then, of course, easy to push as well.
A player's forces are under attack.
There's a lot of stuff happening in the middle of the map, I guess. It can be easily contested. Is that a point for the keeper?
No, because it comes more into play later on, like usually when, Night Elf would have a second hero out, when Human will start having a lot more supply. You won't be seeing those camps being crept super early in the game usually, and it looks like a straight expo from Sock, which the Korean humans these days are very big fans of.
Alright. Yeah. Uncontested so far. Water Elemental scouts this, doesn't want to detonate, won't get the kill, doesn't want to burn the mana here to stay safe, get the info about it. Keeper on the way to level 2. Gloves for him. Yeah, Colorful. Like, the European Night Elves would probably play Warden here, even. We don't see that at all. Like, Colorful, the most straightforward guy. Not even a second base, not going Demon Hunter or Warden or Beastmaster or something. But it's a counter expansion this time.
A player's
Well,
forces are under attack.
the expo is so far. I think because the creeps were blocking, like where he wanted to make it, the way he was creeping, so he was like, alright, I'll go for a faraway expo and then move it later on if that stag would finally move up from out of the way.
Not yet, this damn stag. First the frogs and the chicken, now the stag. Maybe you should kill the critters. Keeper is poking into that expansion, but can't really find any damage. Sock is home to defend, and so far looking good.
Man, what is this? The zoo?
I
All
don't
these
see any.
animals having random meetings.
I don't see any ducks here.
Let's see, the Archmage. He was headed straight for where the tree was, kind of guessing that there was going to be an expansion. And I think that's why the Keeper showed back up to say, hey, attack me, I'm here.
A player's forces
as
are
to
under
give
attack.
the tree enough time to potentially go up. But now, Sok has a choice. Does he want to commit to try and get the tree? Okay, there is Wisps in position. He can go for detonates. Treants being summoned again. Oh, the archer. He loses an archer?
Ooh. Okay, now switching focus fire again to the keeper. He needs to use a lot of moon juice. I felt a little indecisive by Sok. First he was attacking the units, then the expansion, then the units again, then the hero.
Yeah, that means that the tree will live. I kind of feel like maybe Sok could have just clicked on that and gotten it, but then maybe he would just lose every footman. And then the counter attack would be really scary. Whereas now he was able to get out with everything. He saw that the tree wasn't that close to the expansion, so he knows it's going to be a while before it can actually mine. Because it has to move all the way out there and then entangle the gold mine.
Yeah, I feel like after the whale footman donations on Amazonia, you really don't want to do that again. Tree waddling over. And more creeping for the fast level 3. Moonwells looking okay, actually. Now that it's nighttime. Tier 2 on the way as well. No tech yet for Sok. Waits for a little bit of lumber. But the expo seems protected. Moves over to the shop. Items are good. Now he just needs levels.
Yeah, improved lumber harvesting being on the way is really nice here for Sok, because it's going to allow him to not have to make necessarily as many peasants and kind of catch back up on the lumber income.
Town is under siege.
Super important lasted for Sok to get the level 3 over at the shop. In the meantime, Archer are pushing a little, spreading some damage on the peasants, reducing lumber income once again a little bit, but they're getting caught for now. Retreat, guys, retreat, abort. And I guess it's
Yeah,
just
usually
tier 2 skirmishes, and then like no one really wants to commit at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, they shouldn't. They're both expanding. There's really no need to get into a big brawl where like you just stay until you've lost potentially everything. But the Hunter Soul is really delayed here. That's the big difference with usually here for Colorful. He's only got 2 Wisps in the expansion for some reason. Definitely needs to fix that here as soon as possible.
Whoopsie. What's up with these Night Elves? They don't want the gold. First Moon with the 4 Wisp meta. Now Colorful introducing the 2 Wisp meta.
Yeah, they need to get it together here. This is unacceptable. He's like missing out on so much gold because of this. Is it some sort of challenge, you know? Like the Ice Bucket challenge?
Who leaves the game with lowest mind resources? Sounds like a wonderful challenge to me. Demon Hunter second this time.
Yeah, playing quite a bit different. He might be trying to counter. I mean, maybe he's hoping that the tech was very quick from Sok, and that Sok would go into something like, you know, mount tanking seconds. Against Blood Mage, it's the only thing against which I think this would be kind of bad. Against everything else, I think it's going to be okay.
Yeah. I clearly
But maybe
agree.
because it's Expo as well. If you can just level that demon to 3 and then you get big army, it's still going to be pretty useful to have that.
Not too sure if he has the time for that. Double Rex Rifleman. Looks like a pretty fast push to me, but yeah, needs the second hero. Not at the tavern, so this might be a Mountain King, maybe? Or he goes Blood Mage again. We'll see about that. Staff is up, saves the Archer. And again, he's shocking around for the tier 2 buildings, but they're not here.
Yeah, they're interestingly at the Expo, like very close to the Expo, both of them. Keeper heads back home, that's an entangle immediately here. And yeah, we have yet again this tier 2 army here coming up from Sok, Rifle, Caster, Double Sanctum. And he's going for a Mount Tanking seconds, even though he saw there was a Demon Hunter. What?
Okay, with 2 bases you can probably afford 200 mana potions. And then it doesn't really matter if you burn or not. 2 footmen are getting killed. Tier 3 at 1/3? Okay, gonna be bears again. Double Rex, Double Sanctum.
Yeah, he just wants to mass, creep a little bit, get like a critical mass and then go for the attack. But it's not going to be so easy here because Colorful has done a really good job leveling up that Keeper. He's almost level 4. Big entangle potential with entangle level 2. And +1 attack already on the way now for Colorful.
And lots of upgrades for Colorful prior to tier 3. Wait a minute. Ivory Towers.
Well, that means he wants to go soon. He might just send Militia now. Yeah, there it is. He's calling the Popo. And he's going straight for that Night Elf Expo. He doesn't want to play the late game here.
Wow.
He's hoping to catch Colorful off guard. And Colorful only made the upgrades here for Dryads and Bears first. So there's no bear out yet on the map.
Yeah, Sock is like, I've had enough of all this reju, all this roar, especially mountain giants. I'm gonna kill you faster. He has a 10 supply lead at the moment, but of course the longer the game goes, the better it should be for Colorful with the tier 3 advantage and not paying upkeep. First bears are coming. Engine of War soaking up quite some damage, but it's also time for the towers. This tower position is pretty interesting, super far away.
Yeah, that's the way you want to do it, because then you want to kite. Arcane towers are quite amazing against bears. Because they drain mana, they do a lot of damage. Yeah, another stumbled here happens. And tier 3 just finished. As soon as it happened, Colorful was already on his shop, ready to grab the Orb of Venom. Having that is going to help so much against this army here. But he needs, ideally, like 3 to 4 bears here with bear form to be able to fight effectively.
And especially if Sock continues pushing like this, like pushing and retreating a little, how do you ever get the reinforcements to your main army? Like, this lore position might bite him now. He needs to flank with them.
Yeah, that's why he did really well in like setting the rally points close to that tree at the expansion. Now that the towers are up, the kiting potential is immense here for Sock, but he's kind of blocking himself here with that small little pathway.
Whoops.
He's just standing there fighting right now. I'm not sure that's the right move.
Oh my god, might be a triple kill on the rifle. It's definitely a double kill. One gets saved to the south. Mountain King also getting tons of damage. He just kills him. Just like that. Way too easy. And Sock is falling apart.
Yeah, he just didn't have enough here. I don't think this was necessarily the best strategy. Still gonna keep going through with this. Not like he has a choice. I don't think he can pull back here and be able to do as well. Usually if you get forced to town pole, then yes, you'll go crit, but he's still trying to make this work with more powers.
Oh boy, this is not looking pretty. Demon Hunter gets the reju. Keeper is close to level 5 now. MK not part of this anymore. Doesn't go to the tavern, but rather revives him here, which will take a little bit. The Arcane Tower is gone. Demon Hunter should easily be able to be staffed again. There's a little bit of slow, but doesn't really matter. Colorful, just cleaning this.
Yeah, Sock took a very long time to restart mount tanking here, by the way. He didn't restart it immediately after he died. Bears kind of running wild down on the map. The rest of the Animal Kingdom kind of slaying everything that they see right now, including that one rifle. And with this hold, Colorful is so far ahead now. 68 supplies, already got +1 attack. He's in a fantastic position.
That push was rather botched. I mean, nothing really went his way. There were 2 towers up, the third one almost up. And then he lost everything. As you said, blocked himself there a little, trapped him. And the bears were able to reach, and that happens when bears fight riflemen.
Yeah, I don't know what you're supposed to do here. If you're Sock, you just hope kind of for a miracle. Yes, Bolt level 1 against the Demon level 2.6 now. 2.7.
And again,
those rifles feel terrible.
Every entangle is a kill. There's not even this spell.
But he's dead. He's
coming now, and we do have a tier 3 tech on the way, so he's hoping he can catch up somehow. But it's looking really, really dire.
Yeah, one of the ways to counter the opponent having a Demon Hunter if you have mount tanking is to go for Invis, but he needs way more supply right now before he even thinks about getting Invis. Yeah. And I don't think Colorful will want to give too much time here to Sock. He's looking to go for an attack around the main base.
Lumber is pretty low for Sock as well after starting the tier 3. And that workshop is cancelled as well. Trying the rat spot, but his base is just getting raided by bears, dryads. No tower here at all. Now a TP. Item, Warsong Battle Drums. Not bad, but does it save him?
I don't know why Sok is not making breakers here. They're quite good against that many bears. And he definitely has the gold as well. He's not spending his gold. What is he doing?
1,000 gold indeed. There is a shop as well, so the tech tree isn't blocked or anything.
A player's forces are under attack.
I don't get it. Yeah, he went bash, so there's not even clap. Finally, he goes for a sorceress training, adds one more sorceress. He started a Pala and then he immediately cancelled and started a Blood Mage. And Colorful seeing that is like, alright, well,
Nope.
that's funny of you to think you can make a
Yep.
third hero, but I don't think so.
You might be going to the tavern, but not from this altar, my friend. Nice dodge with the anti-magic. Colorful is just playing really, really, really well. Not making any big mistakes, and that is, or seems to be enough to defeat Sok here today. Sok was able to take out Moon from the winner bracket, but man has to TP into his own base where Triads are waiting. He got tier 3, okay, but what does he do with it? Frag shots now.
Yeah, but it's... I just feel like it's kind of late. I guess the ultimate goal is to get to 80 supply against 80. And then just have a really good composition. But Colorful is not looking to give Sok any time. They should be looking for the engagement, which... If Sok doesn't camp behind his wall here, he's going to be in a world of trouble. Archmage without Taunt Portal, by the way.
Yeah. No heal scrolls. The auras are amazing, but the rest doesn't look too hot. Still 600 gold in the bank. We got frag shards now, but Colorful is just about to take out this main base. Big front line here, but a little bit of a wrong one. Dryads in front. You don't really want that, especially not against rifles. Fairies again in a decent position. Sok has to kite back. That is free damage onto this Mountain King. Okay, there's the staff this time.
Mountain King! Yeah,
Yep.
he kind of got staffed straight to his death here.
And that's game.
And that's it.
Colorful takes out Sok. And that is the second Night Elf in the final four. Really convincing performance. This